As we edge closer to the European Championships, the question on everybody's lips is, can Portugal win Euro 2020? In this video, we're going to see just how far they can go in this summer's spectacular. That's right, folks, back once again with another video. Today, it's all about Euro 2020 as we take a look at a nation's hopes of the tournament this summer. We'll see just how far they get, of course, in my eyes, when the tournament kicks off in June. We'll talk about that in a minute. Of course, a big shout out to the VIPs, the patrons behind the scenes. Thank you for your continued support. I do appreciate that, guys. And of course, if you want to join yourselves, check out the links down below, patreon.com/. But today, it's all about Portugal. That's right, boys and girls, and hopefully by the end of this video we'll be able to answer two questions for you. Can Portugal win Euro 2020 and will Portugal win Euro 2020? Well, we'll get to that in a minute, of course, but before that, let's take a look at how Portugal got to Euro 2020. Well, here we go. Well, Portugal actually came as runners-up through Group B, which was a bit of a surprise, to be fair. Of course, they are the defending champions. Of course, I fancied them to come out on top of this group, but unfortunately they had to settle with second best behind Ukraine, who did go through unbeaten. No, Portugal, of course, suffered a defeat against the Ukraine, I believe. Let me see. Yes, no, they lost. Yeah, they did lose to Ukraine. In Ukraine, it was in the end. So yes, they're there though, just on merit. Of course, 3 points better off than Serbia. It would have been, I think, it would have been a negative, a humongous negative, if Portugal had not made this. Of course, we want to see the best players. We want to see the best countries. And of course, for me, Portugal are one of the better nations, the top 8 nations in Europe, no questions asked. A traditional country as well. And there was an era where Portugal were not there, you know, in the 1990s, early 90s. They were not in the major tournaments, which was a shame. But now that they're back with a bang, and they've got the best player in the tournament. Of course, even though he is getting on a bit, he's still up there. He's still, for me, one of, if not the best player in the world right here and now. So let's take a look at, they sealed the deal on the 17th of November 2019. Of course, this will be their eighth Euros. Of course, winning it, or just the once, of course. They were there back in 84, 96. They were there 2000, 2004, 2008, 2012, and 2016. So ever since the early 90s where they weren't there, they missed the 88 and 92 one. But from 96, they've been here. Ever present, I think, 96, 2000, 2004, 2008, yep, ever present. So, and of course, they come into this holding the trophy. They are the champions at the moment. Of course, leading the charge for them, these are Fernando Santos is your man pulling the strings. As for, of course, best player, no questions asked, it is Cristiano Ronaldo, who is the captain, who has, of course, got the most caps, 171 to his name, 102 goals as well. But it's not all about him. We've got Bruno as well, pulling the strings. João Felix, youngster, 21 years of age as well, just about to hit his, it could be able to take over the mantle from, of course, Cristiano Ronaldo. Then, of course, you've got Ruben Dias at the back, Ruben Neves as well. Some really good players. And guess what? Portugal were in this. They might not have started off fantastic in the World Cup qualifying campaign. They might not be fantastic in the qualifying, but when push comes to shove, they meet the matter on deadline day, when you have to show up. Portugal always seem to show up. So they're going to be there. They're going to cause some problems. And guess what? You don't want to be playing them in the latter stages. But let's take a look at their record, though, heading into this. Of course, not a bad record. Not the best either, though. 13th, unlucky for some. Of course, better than Turkey and Denmark. Not as good as the Dutch or even Croatia. But, like I said, what's their passage like to the latter stage? Well, they are in the group of death, of course, which is, of course, Group F, where they'll take on the likes of Hungary, France and Germany. Hungary and Germany will be host nations for this group. Oh, and then in the tournament anyway, of course, games will be played in Germany and Hungary, which gives them a little bit of an edge. Again, if fans are involved. Of course, I'm recording this at the back end of March. We don't know if fans are going to be involved. So that could be something that will be revisited later on. But if it is fans are involved, guess what? It'll be a little bit of an extra gradient on the hill that, of course, Portugal will have to climb just to get out of this group. They just got to get out of this group. Of course, you would fancy them to at least finish in the top 3, but you just don't know. Of course, their key match for me is match day number 1 for them. That is against Hungary. Get that up and running. Get the first 3 points in the bag, and you know what? Things will start to look a little bit less daunting. Of course, you pick up the 3 points there, pick up a draw against Germany, and you know what? You're already there. You're on your way to the next stages, of course. I do hope to see the big boys of Portugal, France, and Germany go through. purely because I'm a football man. I love my football, and I want to see the classic nations go as far as they can. I want a classic final. I want a Holland-Spain final, or a Holland-Italy final, or a French-France-Germany final, or an England-Portugal final. I don't know. I want some of the big boys there. If I can't get that, then I want one of these surprise packages to do it in the end. And fair play, Portugal are winners. They come into this. Do I want to see them win it again? I don't know. I don't really want to. I want to see a new nation or an old nation, the Dutch, win it perhaps. Or you know what? There are scenarios I'd like to explore. Of course, Ronaldo winning it again just will strengthen the case to say that he is the best player on the planet, and to do it at his age right now would be another a fantastic string in his cap, feather in his bow, that sort of stuff. Anyway, what about the bookies then? What do they think about Portugal's chances? Of course, to qualify 4-1 on, they are a strong chance to get through to the old latter stages. Can they win it 15-2? Yes, they can. The bookies believe they can. Basically 7-1, give or take. Of course, up there with the likes of Belgium, the likes of France, the likes of England as well. So realistically, yes, Portugal can win this. They can win it, and they can win it back to back, of course. But will they? Will they win Euro 2020? I don't think they will. I think they will. I think they will do well enough just to get out of this. It is going to be a hard group, of course. The games against Germany and of course France will be telltale signs. They could impress early doors. They might peak too soon. I think that's probably the passage they don't want to go. They don't want to impress us by beating France, by beating Germany, and then tripping up in the second round. I'd rather see them beat Hungary and maybe lament, kind of go a bit stagnant against France and against Germany, and then pick up in the old second stage, of course. But that's just what I think. I think ultimately Portugal will get to the knockout stages, but I think they will get abruptly stopped by a Spain, by an Italy, by a team that's more together, more determined to win. Of course, Portugal's they haven't got the weight of expectation anymore. The weight of expectation is on the likes of the Dutch, of the English, the Italians. They want to see their nation come back with something. You know, Portugal, they got rid of that hoodoo. They can play with a bit more passion, a bit more freedom. But I think they will just kind of fall a bit short. And again, it might just be a stroke of luck, a bit of misfortune, of a handball here, a handball there. But unfortunately, I think they'll just tumble out in the second round, and of course, but hey, it's anybody's guess once we get to the knockout stages. But for me, I think that's where the story will end for Portugal. There you have it, folks. There you bloody have it. If you agree or disagree, let me know your opinions out in the comment section down below. And while you're at it, check out the description. I've got links to my other social media platforms. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitch, and I'm even on Patreon if you want to support the channel in another way. Again, we'll be covering the tournament extensively over the summer. Of course, we've got watch-alongs, previews, predictions, of course, all of that stuff, and many, many more. So make sure you, of course, smash your subscribe, and while you're at it, give the video a big old fat thumbs up. Again, I'll see you all very soon for another one tomorrow. Until then, well, there you have it, folks. There you bloody have it. Of course, we'll have exclusive coverage for Euro 2020 over on the channel. Of course, we'll have match previews, match reviews, of course, watch-alongs, and all kinds of stuff, including predictions as well. No. Well, there you have it, folks. There you bloody have it. If you agree or disagree, let me know your opinions in the comment section down below. And while you're at it, check out the description. I'm on Twitter, Twitch. Well, there you have it, folks. There you bloody have it. Of course, if you agree or disagree, let me know your opinions out in the comment section down below. And while you're at it, make sure you check out the description. I've got links to my other social media platforms are on there. I'm on Twitter, Facebook, on Twitch as well. And if you want to check me out at Patreon, you can check that out as well. Also, exclusive and extensive coverage of Euro 2020 this summer on the channel. We'll have, of course, previews. We'll have predictions, of course, watch-alongs as well. And, of course, we might even get a reappearance of Cass, the predicting cat, the real cat, not Digi-Cass. But, of course, lots of stuff on the channel. So make sure you give the video a big old fat thumbs up while you're at it, and of course make sure you smash the subscribe. Until then, I'll see you all very soon for another one. Until then, I'm out.